Welcome to Demystify Magic with Molly and Madison.
I'm Molly, a former skeptic, now full-time energy healer, author, and your resident science meets spirit nerd.
And I'm Madison, a born and raised witch, teacher of the craft, and owner of not one, not two, but 3 metaphysical businesses.
Together we dig into low-effort witchcraft, spirituality, and the science that backs it all up, all with humor, heart, and a sprinkle of chaos.
So whether you're a curious skeptic or a seasoned witch, find a cozy spot, take a deep breath, and let's demystify some magic.
Howdy doody, friends. Welcome back to our Sabbath series.
Howdy doody.
And today we are approaching the end of the Wheel of the Year with Lughnasadh.
Also known as Lughnasadh.
Lughnasadh.
I love Lughnasadh. I love that we're now in the part of the Wheel of the Year that focuses on food.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Lughnasadh.
My friend Madison
personally
loves food.
This is the bread holiday.
I love bread.
Love bread.
It's bread week here at Bake Off.
But this bread week, I think, will be a lot less emotionally damaging than Bake Off bread week.
I low-key love bread week on Bake Off. What's your favorite Bake Off week?
I think I do love bread week.
Yeah.
But I love anything when they have to do, you know how they always have to do like a hyper realistic challenge, but they put it into like different weeks.
Yeah.
That's my favorite challenge, I think.
Yeah. I also like the petit fours.
Oh, I love a petit four.
Or anything with choux.
Yeah.
Watching it.
Yeah.
I don't love the taste of choux bun, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know that I've had it before.
An eclair is a choux bun.
I don't think I've ever had an eclair.
I know what we're doing after this.
I was one of those kids that would decide that I didn't like something, and not trying it, and so slowly
One of
throughout
those
my life,
kids.
I've maybe grown up into one of those adults, but I'm trying really hard to like break myself out of it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't eat a pickle until I was like 22.
My God.
I
How do you
know.
feel about pickles now?
Love pickles,
Okay.
but as a kid, I was like,
Yeah.
I won't touch that. And then I took it with me into my adult life and convinced myself that I didn't like them. Eclairs is like one of the last couple things on that list.
We're getting one today.
Okay, I'm in.
One thing about me is first of all, that is my vocal tick of this series. Madison and Joe pointed it out to me, and now it's all I can hear. So
Maybe that's the next thing that you give $1 to play a Parenthood for.
I'm fine with that. But I didn't really have fast food until I got with my husband, literally 8 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like not like the only time I had fast food was when I was being bribed by my parents to go to soccer or Girl Scouts because my mom is anti-fast food.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, she's also anti like normal food. Like she's a foodie through and through. And so that's how I feel about fast food is like I've never had a Whopper. I've never had like an Arby's roast beef.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'd eat those now because I don't eat meat, but like when I turned like 28, I was like, oh my God, this is what French fries are supposed to taste like.
There's nothing quite like a fast food French fry.
Ugh.
But I'm the same. Like I've never had an Arby's roast beef either, just because as a kid I decided, I don't like the look of roast beef, and therefore I don't like roast beef.
We've got the beef.
I think we've got the meats.
We don't have Arby's in Maine. So.
We don't, and we don't have the rights to their tagline. So
yeah, you know what?
Spoof it.
Spoof it.
Anyways, today we're talking about Lughnasadh. I have a feeling we're going to go down a lot of food tangents today. So I'm excited about
it.
It
is close to lunch. So.
It is. We're getting there. But as you might know, if you've been watching the series, we are batch recording these on a trip to Chicago. So to spare ourselves from having to come up with 8 magic moments to do in a 24-hour period, we outsourced from our Patreon community, and we're sharing magic moments from the community.
Yeah.
So I've got Jennifer's with me here. Jennifer's magic moment is, I've always been prone to anxiety. Even when it has felt under control or I thought I wasn't anxious, I felt this weight in my chest and ready to take on the next problem to arise. It felt normal. I didn't realize I could feel different until I did my first self-Reiki session as a part of Molly's training. Immediately, I had this sense of calm. I felt like a weight had been lifted, literally, and it was a huge step in healing my body, mind, and soul. It's truly magical.
I didn't know we had a grad in the magic moment.
Oh yeah, I picked very specifically.
Oh, I love Jennifer.
Love you, Jennifer.
Oh, that's so good. That's my magic moment every time I do a Reiki training is just like reading everyone. So in Reiki 1, to get certified, folks submit like a self Reiki form. So they do 2 different sessions on themselves, and they basically talk about like, how did I feel before, during, after, did anything shift, like, you know, basically so I can help appease any of their like, or dissolve any of their like doubts and like guide them that they're on the right track. They always are, but it's, you know, you're building that confidence in Reiki 1. And my favorite thing about that training is the first session. There's always this little like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do it right. And then literally at the end, they're like, wow, I can do this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I always say, you've heard me say it, how you do anything is how you do everything. Because then I start to see like, now that I've been doing the training for so long, I start to see graduates literally have that same transformation in their life.
Yeah.
And it's just like the coolest thing. And it's not me doing that for you. Like it's you doing that for you. And that is the coolest thing because they also clock that. Yeah. They clock that like, you know, this is me. I'm doing that. I made that transformation for myself. And then like I can do anything. It's just like, it's like, I just feel like I'm like my babies.
Reiki 1 does hold such a special place in my heart because of that specifically. Like obviously all 3 Reiki levels are deeply transformative on a lot of levels, but it's so different that first moment where you realize that it is something that you're capable of doing for yourself, and that moment when you realize, because I think so much, especially and this is like I could do a whole podcast about this, but there is so much out there in the spiritual world from like gurus who they make money like when you believe that they can fix you. And I think what is so special and so beautiful about Reiki is that it really undoes that and teaches you that there is nothing that someone can give you that is not already inside yourself. Yeah. You know, like when you pay for a Reiki training, I'm not paying you to fix me. I'm not paying you to heal me. I'm paying you to show me how to heal myself and to support me and help me do that. And that is such a transformational shift that I really do think, like, I know a lot of people, at least a lot of people I've talked to will say either like, oh, I'm only Reiki 1, or I'm interested in Reiki, but I don't want to, like, all 3 levels, it's like expensive and I don't, I don't want to do that, whatever. Reiki 1 is more than enough. Like I think that I would probably be at the same level with my practice for myself, which I think is the most important thing for me with Reiki. You know, I continue doing your trainings because I love you and I love learning from you. But you've always known this to be true about me, that I don't want to have a Reiki business. Totally. You know, like I do Reiki when asked, but like it's not, you know, it's not a huge like core part of my business and my identity. I think that I would be in the same place with my self-healing practice if I had just done Reiki 1 and never continued with you.
Yeah. And I think like that's one of the things that I love about being a teacher is that's like I've always said one of my core values as a teacher is that a good teacher should become less and less necessary. And I also have a very core belief that Reiki is like kind of like a tree, how we talk about like starting with the root, is like everything needs to come back to that self-healing practice. And so even when I teach Reiki 2 and we, you know, you do get certified as a practitioner, 90% of the content is about you and your healing. And same with Reiki 3, because if you don't have that foundation, how can you possibly provide a healing space for someone else?
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
And like, I really see it as like a journey out of the ego and a journey into the true authentic self. Like, and each layer just like unravels more and more and more. And it's just so cool to see like the transformation people have gone through, especially like the students like you who have been with me for like 3-4 years, you know, and seeing where they're at now and hearing their stories. It's just like, man, I never get tired of it.
Yeah, it is really fun. So you're welcome for that little plug.
Thanks. The waitlist will be in the description of this episode. Yeah. If you want to join Reiki 1 next time.
So Lughnasadh is also, you'll see it called Lamas. And I stick to Lughnasadh mostly because I identify more with the Celtic side of it, which honors the Celtic god Lugh. It's the first harvest festival. And I will never call it Lamas. I'll always call it Lughnasadh because every time Linda would talk about the wheel of the year, whatever, we would get to this time of year and she would go, it's time to celebrate Lugh. Lugh's hot.
What?
Lugh, the god.
Is he hot?
He's hot.
Okay.
In Linda's mind, he's the hottest god. And
what's he look like?
Look him up. Looks like a hot man. I don't know, hot blonde man.
We'll insert a photo here.
But anyways, it always makes me think of her. And it was always the same thing where if you would ever say Lughnasadh, she'd be like, oh, Lu's hot. And then you would laugh and she'd go, I'm serious.
You know what's hysterical to me? I've never looked this god up, but all I can picture is, you know, like the really buff statues of gods. Mm-hmm. I'm picturing that with Anthony's face.
That's incredible.
Which I know Anthony would love. You know what? Why don't we insert that right here?
You zoom it in, everybody. Lu, he's hot. This is Google Images. He's the Celtic god that's honored in Lughnasadh. And so it's that first harvest. It's celebrated again with like that feasting. And so bread is a huge central part of it because wheat is one of the first things that would be harvested.
Yeah.
And so it's
so we need Lu to rise to the occasion.
Exactly.
And provide proof of our harvest.
And then the name Lammas comes from the word loafmas, like, you know, that idea. It's the celebrating the blessing of that first bread that's made with that wheat.
I fear you did not appreciate my proofing joke.
I'm sorry. I was really busy mispronouncing the word loaf.
Loaf?
I said it wrong.
How do you say it?
Well, I do say it loaf, but I just stumbled over my words a second ago.
Oh, what did you say?
I don't even remember. I blocked it from my memory immediately. Run it back. Run the tape. Loaf mess. But in the sort of modern pagan adaptation, corn dollies are a huge part of it. That's what we made at the Lughnasadh ritual for Spellcrafter. I loved making a corn dolly. It really got me in my I love it. I love a little craft.
You learned something very important making these corn dollies.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so there is a series of books that we often use to create the rituals for Spellcrafter. It's the Llewellyn Sabbath series. They're just like little books. They're full of some history. They have recipes. They have rituals. They have spells. It's like I love the series. We sell them in the store, and I think it's really helpful.
Yeah.
And I found a step-by-step to make corn dollies in the Lughnasadh book, and it said to use fresh corn. And so I was like, okay, great, fresh corn. My business found itself. I was like, great, that'll be so easy to pick up for the ritual. Everybody will just get an ear of corn. It's like $1.50 a piece. You know.
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know that for sure.
$1.50 an ear?
I don't know.
My mouth just did the fart noise again. Did you?
Wait, how much is an ear of corn supposed to cost?
They're like $4 or $5 for $1 up by us.
Maybe that's the truth. I don't know, but they're inexpensive. Like I don't remember.
That's a crazy discrepancy.
Whatever. The thing is, I didn't end up doing it again.
Yeah, tell us what happened.
So, like 2 weeks before ritual, I was like, okay, I want to try my first pass at making the corn dollies. So Anthony and his mother-in-law, Randy, were going to be at the store. So I picked up 3 ears of corn and I took it to the shop. And I was like, okay, we're all going to make corn dollies together with these instructions so I can see how easy or hard it is, like for everybody, you know, and then we'll have some examples, whatever. So we make the corn dollies with the fresh corn husks.
You shuck it.
Yeah, we shucked it. And then we, you know, separated the pieces by size and then we, you know, started to build them. And it's a fairly easy process. I would say that it is a little bit harder with the fresh corn husks in comparison than I did it with dried. But Anthony and Randy had a little bit of a harder time. I was blessed with better husks on my ear of corn, I think. And they were just like thicker, whatever. So I made this beautiful corn dolly. I was so proud of myself. I was like, okay, amazing. My plan's going swimmingly. I'll try it with the dried, but like, I'm going to have this corn dolly that I can have at home. And I was really excited about it. So I was like, oh, I'll put it on top of Anthony's car in the sun because it was really hot to dry. And then it'll stiffen up and it'll look like a dried corn dolly. So then it doesn't get nasty. So I put it on top of Anthony's car. I forgot about it and I drove home. I texted Anthony. I go, oh my God, my corn dolly, can you grab it and bring it inside? 2 minutes later, I get a FaceTime call. And I go, oh, this is not going to be good. I already can tell something terrible has happened. My brain immediately went to like, oh my God, one of the crows ate my corn dolly. Like it must have smelled like corn and like it must be gone. It must have gotten got. Yeah. And that's fine. I'll just make another one, whatever. I pick up the phone and the shriveled, limp corpse of my corn dolly is in the palm of his hand. And I said, oh no. So we started over completely from the beginning with the dried corn husks.
Yeah.
And it was a slightly different experience because I like at first I was like, oh, the dried, it'll be like a fun comparison of which is better. I was like, no, I have to make it work with these dried corn husks or else I will not this is not happening.
Can't do them.
And so we soaked them and it was great. It was fine. It was actually it was much easier than doing it with the fresh corn husks.
Yeah, but fresh are slippery.
Yeah, it was deeply traumatizing.
Yeah, I remember getting those photos. Where do you get dried corn husks?
From a Hispanic grocery store.
Okay.
Or online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like usually they're used for like tamales and stuff. So anywhere where you get tamale ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was picturing like Home Depot, Lowe's, like, because I don't know if you guys do this, but in the North, we're really big on like the corn stalks that we attach to like columns and pillars.
No.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But that's
it's
great.
a big corn stalk and you attach it. And usually you put a scarecrow in front of it.
Oh, fun. No, like a food, like a grocery store.
Okay, so tamale wrapping.
Yeah. That's kind of like how they'll be marketed.
Cool.
But corn dollies are a big part of a modern
And then you have to soak them?
Yeah, so you soak the corn husk for like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. Hot water, cold water, doesn't matter?
Water.
Okay.
Yeah, warm water. And then like I'm sure they'll
softens them up.
Yes, just you want to soften them up. It would probably just take a little bit longer if you used cold water.
Yeah,
but it would
they'll
still
crack, right? If you don't?
Yeah, they're just like, you just need them to get a little bit more malleable.
Yeah, okay.
And even I found that you didn't really have to soak them for that long. It's just like 10 to 15 minutes is like ensures that they're safe.
Yeah, okay.
But did I tell you that I had a prophetic dream about my Lughnasadh ritual that came to fruition? So I ordered these corn husks and they came in and it was this huge bag. And we cap our in-person rituals at 15 people because then with like our staff, it usually ends up at like 20, 22.
Yeah, in the spaces.
Yeah, and just for the space, whatever, that's like the kind of max we can capacity. So I'm looking at this massive bag of corn husks and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have corn husks for Lughnasadhs to come. There's so many corn husks here. Holy shit. And then about 3 days before ritual, I had a dream that we ran out.
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay, well, then I'm just going to get a second bag just to be safe. Just to be safe. Worst case, I'll save it for next year. I'll return it. We'll make tamales, like whatever. I'll find a use for these corn husks. Lo and behold, I had enough corn husks for 14 people.
Oh, my God.
So I opened that second bag and soaked enough corn husks for one more.
Wow. So you need you need more than you think.
Yes, you do need more than you think. I mean, if you're going to make one, what you'll get in a bag is, it's more than enough. But
if you're throwing a party.
If you're throwing a corn dolly party.
Maybe make tamales.
Maybe make tamales with the leftovers.
That could be fun.
Could be fun. Lughnasadh also in that kind of like more modern pagan belief system has turned into a time for personal manifestation and like it's heavily centered in gratitude.
Wait, sorry. Did I miss this? What are the corn dollies for?
Oh, sorry. The corn dollies are for, I think I did say, but whatever. Just in case I didn't, they serve as like symbols of protection, blessing. They kind of serve to like guard your home and bring in luck.
So you put them like in your home, in your entryway, on your altar somewhere?
I had mine on my altar for a while, but I am slowly running out of space on there. We bought a new piece that I think I'm going to need a second altar. I think that the altar that I bought on Facebook Marketplace, I think that's going to need to be a materials holding facility. And then I need another altar.
Yeah, that's what I have
I'm outgrowing my space.
Yeah, relatable.
But now I have it sitting right next to my entryway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's like a good spot to put it for that protection and that welcoming in the harvest, abundance kind of thing.
You can kind of put it anywhere.
Okay.
Every time I've been asked, I have said my spot for my corn dolly has just been anywhere I believe the cats can't get to it.
Love that. Can I ask a dumb question?
There are no dumb questions.
You might not have the answer to this, but someone at home might. Is there a Catholic ritual that involves corn husks? The reason that I ask is because when we toured our house, the previous owners had I assume it's Catholic, I don't know, some sort of Jesus-y symbology. And above the doors, they had what looked like corn husks. They were little pieces, and I've seen this before. They look like corn husks to me. They might be something else, but it was above every entryway.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So if somebody knows what that is, let us know. It's a complete offshoot, has nothing to do with the Sabbath, but.
The first thing that came up when I Googled corn Catholic ritual is a Reddit post that says, some traditional Catholics consider corn to be sinful and satanic in origin. So.
Use more corn.
Use more corn.
Yeah. You'd be amazed at what they consider sinful. Maize. M-A-I-Z. This just in, folks, from Joe, our resident non-Catholic who knows weird things. She told me that it's actually palms that are shaped in a cross, which kind of looks like a corn dolly.
That's interesting.
That is so interesting. And
Fun.
so you burn it and ashes. I don't know. You can Google it, but not the mystery. Same. But kind of interesting that both, pagans and Catholicism have some sort of
dried plant
folding into cross, because the dollies do kind of like have that shape a little bit.
Well, they have arms and legs, which form that shape, because it's kind of hard to make corn dolly. They kind of go like this.
I know.
Visual medium.
That's
sorry, everyone who's just listening.
But she looks like a scarecrow.
They are scarecrow in energy for sure.
Yeah,
they're scarecrow-esque.
Yeah, it's giving.
But it's kind of hard to give a corn dolly elbows.
No, I know, but crosses don't have elbows.
Exactly, so they look like a cross.
That's what I'm. That is literally what I just said.
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh. She had the energy of not agreeing with me.
I'm just saying it would be hard for it not to look like a cross. Like
I know. I was just saying that's so interesting.
We're not fighting.
No. Anyways, what are your rituals outside of corn dollies and shit?
So, corn dollies were a big one for me. I was really excited about the corn dollies this year. That was kind of my pillar of my Lughnasadh.
When does this happen again?
So Lughnasadh
is between summer and fall.
It's the midpoint between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox.
Early August-ish.
So it's August 1st.
Okay, got it.
If you're in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
But something else that we did, which I really love doing, was we leaned into the bread aspect. Can I tell you also something that I did at the Spellcrafter ritual that
Please.
I had this nagging suspicion that I was gonna have this bread-centered ritual and somebody was gonna be like, oh, I can't have gluten, I have celiac or whatever.
Oh.
So on my way to Spellcrafter, it like was just eating me up inside, even though we weren't eating the bread. Like, we didn't have to eat it. It was just a part of the ritual, but I was so scared that it was like on the 1% chance. Some people can't touch it. So I drove to Publix and got a $10 loaf of gluten-free bread. No one was gluten-free. Everyone was fine.
What brand was it?
I don't remember. It was just the first one that I saw.
Okay.
Because I was truly in a state of panic.
Yeah.
And then it sat behind the counter and I just waited to find somebody who was gluten-free to give it to.
Did you find someone?
I did.
I'd like to go on record. I'd like to set the record straight. Because I fear I mentioned this on Instagram, but I have not mentioned it on the podcast. I have been eating gluten again.
Woohoo.
Okay, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm hiding this from you because I've talked.
It's time for me to come clean.
Well, I just know because like when we came out here, someone sent me a list of gluten-free recommendations for restaurants in Chicago, which was so nice and so kind. But I did, in fact, learn that gluten doesn't hurt my belly. I just needed to like heal my gut microbiome.
Yeah.
Lactose still hurts me, though I did hound a deep dish last night. And as long as I have my Kirkland Lactaid, I'm good.
All as well.
Yeah, but I do eat gluten again. I don't want anyone to feel betrayed if you see me eating a bagel.
Yeah.
Okay? I needed more joy in my life. And honestly, like this kind of ties into this this theme of Lughnasadh, but what I found when I was like cutting all these foods out is I was like struggling to feed myself. Like there's no joy in food anymore.
As we've been talking about how you would love to just not have to eat.
Yeah, but it just made it so difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
For everything. And I just found like I was obsessed with food. Like my OCD really latched onto it. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the things that I've loved about consuming bread again, I don't have celiac. So if you have celiac, like don't do this. But one of the things I've loved about consuming bread again is just like finding joy in like these foods that felt off limits for a while.
Oh, for sure.
And like re-sparking that connection. And so I feel like that was my Lughnasadh ritual. Like I've been celebrating Lughnasadh all year.
Yeah. And I think especially like women growing up in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Atkins City.
Carbs were so demonized for so long.
Yeah. They still are. Keto. Yeah. Keto is Atkins with different clothes on.
For sure. Oh, for sure. And like, you know, bread was the devil for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm finally, like a lot of us are finally starting to like unpack that and recalibrate our thoughts and feelings about food.
Yeah.
A simple piece of like a thick piece of sourdough bread and butter. There's nothing quite like it.
A little bit of sea salt.
A little bit of sea salt. Oh, a cinnamon sugar butter.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Nothing quite like it.
Little jam. We are approaching lunch.
There's this breakfast place. You've been there, the coffee shop near my house that I love so much. They do it's called literally their simple breakfast. And it's just 2 slices of sourdough toast, butter, seasonal jam, soft scrambled eggs, bacon, and a hash brown. And it is that fucking sourdough bread. I dream about it.
I love sourdough. You will never catch me baking it, but I love it.
Yes. So anyways, this bread.
Bread.
I made it a part of the ritual by using it as a way to give offerings. And so,
that's a good thing to do with like crusty bread.
Yeah.
That's like about to turn.
Yes. And so, I cut up a bunch of baguettes. Again, something that I had so much leftover bread. I bought like 4 huge baguettes because I was so worried that I couldn't visualize what it was going to look like cut up. And everybody needed 4 pieces.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, oh my God, like 4 times 15 is whatever, like that's so much bread. I was able to bring it all to my mom's house the next day, and we made French toast casserole. It was the best.
I love French toast casserole.
But we open all of our rituals by casting the circle and calling in each of the elements.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So casting a circle is really just like creating a sacred space, and there's like a million different ways to do it. We do it by like standing in a circle, and there's usually some form of incantation. We've done it like 100 different ways.
Yeah.
And then you call in the elements basically to ask for support. And so we do it with a song and
sing it.
I know.
Okay.
But it's called Direction Song by Kellyanna.
Next time we have Anthony on the podcast,
I'll have him sing the whole thing.
Please.
But it like literally says, facing east, I send my cares away. So facing west, facing, like you go through because each of the elements is associated with a direction.
Yeah.
And so we all stand and face those directions, and we call in each element, right? And so every time
we've done
this,
hokey-pokey.
No, not at all, but sure. The pagan hokey pokey. It's far less involved than the hokey pokey.
Okay.
But we call in those elements all the time. For this most recent Lughnasadh ritual, I was like, we should give thanks to them.
Aww.
And so we went outside and did it outside the store. And we faced those directions again, and just I gave like 2 minutes maybe for you to hold that piece of bread. You had your 4 pieces. Hold that piece and just think of all of the things that you have gratitude for that are in alignment with that element.
Oh, I love that.
And so, when we face north for the earth, it was like anything that I felt was connected to the root, anything physical.
Salt.
I'm so grateful for my home. I'm so grateful for my job. I'm so grateful for my security, like all those things, and then moving through each of the elements to express that gratitude and then give that offering of bread to that element. And so we have we have this huge tree in front of the store. And I kind of gave everybody the option, because I was like, we can either do this inside, because we are like, the store's right next to a very popular pizza restaurant.
Yeah.
And so people are like sitting, eating outside.
Yeah.
And so I was like, if you don't want to be perceived, we can do this outside, and I can take the pieces and bury them outside later. Or we can go around to the north, south, east, west sides of the building.
Oh, you walked around the building? Cute.
Or I have a tree that's right in front of the store. We can do it on the north, south, east, west side of the tree. That's what we ended up doing.
I love that you give options.
Well, I just don't want anybody to feel like they have to do something. Like, there are some people who come to the store whose family doesn't know,
right?
That's what they're doing.
And I know. That's why I love it.
Yeah. And so it felt presumptuous of me to be like, and now we're going to do this publicly in front of all these people eating pizza.
Yeah. On like this main street.
Yeah. On this very busy road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, everybody was comfortable with that, whatever. We went out to the tree, and we went around and we had our little piles of bread on each side of the tree.
For the crows.
And so then they got to eat it, and whatever.
Cute.
And it was, I think I'll do that every year.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really love the gratitude aspect of Lughnasadh. As we approach that first harvest, it's a really great time to set that intention for the rest of the year, really, of like, just for this moment, I will have gratitude for, and especially in these trying times where we're approaching the season where there's a lot of family time. There's a lot of gatherings that you maybe have conflicted feelings about going to. There's a lot of people that you don't normally interact with.
Usually there's a Mercury retrograde in August.
laying that foundation of gratitude is a really, really great way to spend Lughnasadh, in my opinion.
I like that. I don't think I really celebrate Lughnasadh. I think that's one that like just doesn't resonate with me. I think probably because it's between the summer, which feels really busy and expansive, and I try to do less. Like I'm still riding that high, and autumn, which is like my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
That it's like, I probably just eat bread.
I get that. Yeah, for sure. It's interesting to hear you say that because for almost the exact same reason, Lughnasadh has become really important to me. Because again, like I don't have those elemental markers of the seasons changing. Lughnasadh is the first time where it really feels like I get permission to lean into that fall energy. You know, to lean into that coziness. And it still has those like kind of elements, the warmth of summer. But with the energy of fall. And so it's really become like this marker for me where I can say, okay, now we're really in the dark half of the year and we're really like getting to like, you know, it just adds one more thing where it's not like, oh, I'm not starting Halloween in July. I have this other thing that fills me with this fall joyous energy that I get to have an experience before that September 1st when all the jokes come out of, you know, Halloween starts now. Because August can be a hard time. It's so fucking hot. It's so fucking miserable that it's like, you know, it's a little pick me up, I feel like.
It does not scream fall for me because August traditionally has been like the peak summer for Maine.
For sure.
That like, I'm like, I can't even imagine thinking about corn like outside of grilling it, you know? Like that's very much like a September, October thing for me. So I think it's not my Sabbath.
And that's okay.
That's okay. Reminder that you don't have to celebrate them all. You don't have to celebrate any of them.
This you could you could listen to this whole series and go, not for me, not interested.
And we love that for you.
If you don't feel that way, here are some low effort rituals that you can pull out this Lughnasadh.
I could be convinced.
Okay. Obviously, the first one on our list has got to be bake some bread.
Or just eat some bread.
Go
to a bakery and get a fancy loaf of bread.
Ow, that looked like it hurted. If you are into baking, and you could do this with like any kind of bread. You could do this with like a sweet roll, any sort of thing. But carving sigils into the dough.
Ooh.
If you are a sourdough person, you know, like those beautiful carvings that they do with like the razors and all of that, you know, the designs, doing a sigil with that. Obviously, eating bread is like the lowest of low effort. But if you are a baker of any kind, anything that involves any like wheat or flour, putting a sigil into that, even like into a batter, do it with an egg wash if you're feeling fancy.
Egg wash.
You know?
Genius.
Yes.
I might do that when I make pre-cut biscuits.
Oh, love that. That's a really good idea.
There we go.
But, you know, just a little something fun.
I love that.
The corn husk dollies, that's always a fun thing. It's a lot easier than it seems too. It looks like it would be really hard. It's very easy. There's a ton of YouTube videos about it. And it seems like it would be like the corn husks, they really are quite durable. And it's pretty easy to like use them to tie things. You can get kind of creative with it.
Yeah. I also think too, like, now that we're talking about this, August is when I go through my first corn hyperfixation of the year. Like that's when I really get into my elote phase.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's like one of my comfort meals.
Love that.
It's just Trader Joe's used to have a everything but elote seasoning.
Do they not have it anymore?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's in my cabinet right now.
Same. During COVID, I got very into elote.
Yeah.
And I literally had it every day.
That's impressive.
I had 6 bottles of elote seasoning, and I went through almost all of them that August.
Wow.
That's how much corn I was eating. And so every August when it gets hot, I crave elote.
Yeah.
So I do celebrate Lughnasadh.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That was what I was really, the saddest part for me about the fresh corn husks not working out is I was like, oh, and if anybody who doesn't want to keep their corn, I'll take it home and make corn salsa. But then there was no corn for corn salsa.
Do you cook the corn before you make it into salsa?
I don't think so.
You just husk it?
Yeah, I think fresh corn, right?
Well, you should cook it, right?
I don't think so.
Don't you grill it?
I don't think you have to.
You can eat just like corn off the cob?
I believe so.
That feels like a tummy ache.
I think I've done it before. Maybe you're not supposed to. Listen, again, don't come to me for knowledge about corn or Catholics. Those are 2 hard and fast rules over here. So Other things that you can do.
Wait. I just one more thing about elote that I just remembered. I love elote so much. There's literally an elote spell in my book.
Love.
I'm not kidding. In the appendix, there's an elote spell. I think it's for abundance, where I literally list out, because I kept looking up the ingredients to make my own elote seasoning. And so I was like, well, I fucking put it in my book.
I'll never have to Google it again.
Yes. So it's the exact portions that I put into mine. Because sometimes I always make it by eye. And I'm like, sometimes it's a little too sweet, it's a little too spicy. So I literally, all of the recipes in that book are just for me. Just for me.
Love.
So if you love elote, pre-order Mundane Magic wherever you get books or at Spellcrafter.
Where you'll get access to a virtual book tour event with the two of us. I'm going to interview Molly about all the behind the scenes.
Yeah, maybe we'll make elote.
Maybe we'll make elote. I doubt it, but
yeah,
maybe we'll eat it after.
It's dairy-free, my recipe, so.
Excellent. So some other things that you could do is you could bring that elote to a gathering. You could gather all of your friends for a little elote party, you know, especially if you're going to eat outdoors. And again, it's a great time to give those offerings to the land. Give a pour out one for the spirit of the earth.
Pour one out for the earth.
Yeah, it's just a spoonful of elote. It's a great time for gratitude journaling. I really do believe that gratitude is like the best way to get into that manifestation mindset.
Yeah.
You know, like expressing gratitude not only for what you have, but for what you know that the universe will provide is a really, really powerful tool. And gratitude journaling is a really great way to do that.
Should we rapid fire some correspondence?
Let's do it. So colors for Lughnasadh: gold to symbolize the grain, green to symbolize growth, orange for that harvest and again for the fire energy, and then brown for the earth.
Love that.
For herbs, we've got any kind of like wheat, barley, or oat. Corn for fertility, sunflower for the sun, blackberry for abundance and protection, and then meadowsweet for joy and community.
What's meadowsweet? Meadowsweet or sweep? Like sweep or like
sweet?
Sweet.
It's a flower.
Okay.
And then for crystals, back to that citrine. I feel like citrine is just like, you'll notice a theme as we go throughout these. You know, anything that has any sort of sun, I put citrine in there.
Yeah.
Amber for preservation.
Oh my God. That is good.
You're going to love this one. Red jasper.
Love red jasper.
Again, carnelian, and then smoky quartz for that release.
Ooh, yeah. Smoky quartz feels very, very, very Lughnasadh to me.
And what I love about this time too is like as you focus on gratitude, it's also a really great time for release. You know, it's a great time to kind of take inventory of what do I have a lot of gratitude for? What do I want to make more of? What is not in alignment with that?
Sorry, I had an intrusive thought.
Share it with the class.
I was going to say that's why I eat so much corn, because it reminds me to pay attention to release.
I don't like it.
Corn, the food you eat, enjoy twice.
No.
Did you know that when you poop corn, it's actually the like.
I hate our podcast about poop.
The kernel.
No, I really,
you can only digest the innards.
I don't want to know.
And so it's really a kernel full of poop.
I don't want to know.
Sorry, now you know.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Demystify Magic with Molly and Madison. All our links, from spells to ceremonies to ways to support us, are waiting in the show notes.
We'd love to hear your magic moment of the week. Share it in a review, tag us on socials, or bring it to our Patreon clubhouse at demystifymagic.com.
And remember, you are the magic.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Class is now in session. And the UPS store is here to help you ace arriving on campus. Our certified packing experts can pack everything you need, from desktops to decor. Plus, when you pack and ship with us, you get our exclusive pack and ship guarantee. Your items arrive safe or your money back. Restrictions and limitations apply. To get a 20% off packing coupon and for full details, visit theupsstore.com/packing.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry. Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable. From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces, ready to be engraved with your summer mantra. Each design moves with you, from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between. Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection, in-store or online at pandora.net, and let your summer unfold.